And I told him, I just shook his hand, man. I said, he asked me what I was about to say, yes. I said, long story short, he said he was trying to find the mosque or this and that. I said, how long you been? He said 3 or 4 or 5 months. To myself, I just said, it didn't take you 3, 4, 5 months in this small town to find nothing. You understand what I'm saying? The sincerity, that's all I'm saying, the sincerity.
I got you.
The sincerity. Not when you see a brother. Yeah, I should remind you of the Creator. But at the same time, you know within deep inside your heart whether you really want to go to your faith base or whether you really want to do the right thing. Most of the time, guys get these jobs. You understand? They just get them because the parole man told me to get it, and I'm gonna work it for a certain extent. And as soon as the parole man let up off me, I quit the job and I go and get my new fad on, which is really basically the old fad, which is selling them drugs, which is doing the very thing that the folks want you to do. You think you're doing your thing, but you're doing the very thing that they want you to do. Hey. Go ahead and get that package. You're creating jobs.
Had a guy at Camp Hill Prison, the guard. He was being facetious, and he also was being honest. He said, come on down the hall, talking to the inmates as they were coming down. He said, you know, you're the one sending my kids to college. Yeah, come on in here. You're dumb enough to come and, you know, you're supporting my family and all this kind of stuff. And it was really a hard thing to hear, but it was like,
and the last thing I done, with the brother Nate, it was very short and brief. We had a line. I shook his hand.
Okay.
I said, brother, please stay out of prison.
Yeah.
I said, brother, please stay out of prison. Please stay out of prison, brother. Because it's hard. In the first couple years for me, first couple years was hard.
Yeah.
In fact, the last 5, 6, or 7 years, or I would say 8, 9, you just start really getting comfortable with just being a professional. Being a professional. To be honest with you, you know, because you did wrong so long, you was almost looking to be sabotaged.
Yeah, that's right.
You've been in that field so long, you was almost looking to be sabotaged. And I know for me, I had to stay away from everything. I don't go into bars. I don't go. People know I got to stay away from everything because if I start doing that, then I'm gonna start doing some other things.
That's right.
I'm gonna start being that womanizer. I'm gonna start selling them drugs. I'm gonna start carrying them pistols. I'm gonna start doing all the things that I used to do. So I know for me, I had to stay away from all that.
Yes.
And I still have fun. People say, well, man, you know, you seem bored with your life. Well, brother told me when I left the penitentiary, he said, listen, if you practice this deen the way it's supposed to be practiced, you will feel like a stranger in the land.
Meaning?
And sometimes that's how I feel. Meaning that you will be doing a thing that most folk ain't doing. And that's trying to just live right.
Yeah.
But you know, you said something earlier too, and I think is really important. I mean, you talked about the lack of opportunities, you know, once you come out of prison and not having jobs, but you got to be creative. You've got to look at being an entrepreneur, okay, and utilizing a lot of times skills that you yourself don't even know you possess.
Yes.
And how you can put those into use and practice. And you said one of the things you did, you had a barber shop, and you know, still cut hair.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have taken
I sold items.
Yes. And you also say that you're going into the schools now and you're really working with young people. And that's a gift as well. Being able to share your story.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's so many of them that have those gifts and don't realize how effective and impactful they can be if they would do something similar.
Exactly. And it's funny that you said that because eventually I'm working on becoming that great paid motivational speaker.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, yes.
You know, so I had to set the groundwork. And if you love a thing, you don't look to get paid first.
That's right. Amen to that.
So it ain't really, it's not work to me. It's something that I enjoy doing, just like I enjoy cutting hair. I enjoy giving back to the youth. I enjoy just to seeing them inspire, and I can't save everybody.
But you know what I found though, and maybe I'm wrong about this here. So many of the folks though that get out of the system, okay, they come out and they're looking for that free thing all the time. And I said, no, pay for it. Pay for it because it's going to make you feel like, you know what, I earned this, I deserve it. You know, I'm not a welfare case. I'm going to go and earn your right to get whatever it is that you want. And get out of that mentality of always looking for the free. And then someone owes me something and this and that. And that's not to put anybody down, but I just noticed that when doing my work at Camp Hill Prison, when I worked in a halfway house, that was the one singular thing that I thought held people back, that they really didn't look around and say, no, people work. You work for it. And even the Bible speaks to that, but we don't go there. But you work for it, man. And I said, if you can just get your mindset around that, instead of always just looking for the hand, you're going to break some of those chains, I think, to hold you back. You're going
to break some of the barriers.
But a lot of cats come out there.
You got to put forth the effort.
That's
and
right.
you got to go to work. And you can't let, see, a lot of times, Brother Nate, a lot of people don't like to talk about it neither, man. You know, women put a lot of pressures on these men.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Like, because you want to stand up and be a man out here in society, and what delegates you as a man out here in society is taking care of your share of the bills, your share of the household. And when you can't do that, it's almost like getting in a cab and you sitting in the back seat and your lady sitting up front. I mean, you just don't have it. And then if she doesn't have the wherewithal to uplift you instead of beat you, you know, you get all these pressures coming from everybody else, and then she start beating you down, and then it sends you another way. But from my experience, I noticed if you have a strong sister in your corner and say, look, everything's gonna be all right, brother. I know I can handle you working at Mickey D's right now, but I know you ain't got to stay there.
Yeah.
But understand that McDonald's is a big franchise. You can learn how McDonald's put his franchises all across the world, all across, in China, everywhere else, and become that individual with another idea.
But you know, you're bringing up a good point. I'm not so sure it's just a woman either. I think it's a person.
You
need somebody to encourage you and accept you right where you are.
That's right.
But not be satisfied with you staying where you are. I mean, really encourage you and pushing you, but pushing you for greatness, not just to be pushing you, you know. So I agree with that 100%.
Yes, sir.
I think that's part of the equation as well.
Education is the big key.
It is.
I don't want to. I want to keep pounding that. Educate yourself. Educate yourself.
Absolutely.
Educate yourself. Because that's part of the problem. Why some of the brothers are angry, getting out of prison. They're not educating themselves, and they're not fully understanding themselves first.
Yes.
And then going on to understand the system, understand what you put yourself in. Take a look at it. Visit the libraries. They got Midtown Library, Midtown Scholar. It's such a wonderful bookstore. I mean, you know, they got, and it's right in your neighborhood.
You got
visit it.
What is the Urban Word?
Urban Word
down the street.
Yes,
you know.
Yes,
then you got the other one. I forget the
right across the street from Keystone.
Yeah,
you got the other bookstore. Yes.
Like, go into the shops.
Visit, and because reading takes you. So I had a young lady, whose father. He visits the shop and he gets his hair cut, but she often comes in too, and she's maybe about 8, probably about 8. I wouldn't say no more than 10. But man, she comes in, she has books, thick as this, and I said, man, you ain't reading those books. She said, who ain't reading these? I'm reading this. Well, tell me a little bit about this book. She's telling me all about these, but here she is 10 years old, taking her mind is going all over this place, all over the world,
you know,
global.
I'm about to stop you, man, because we're going to run out of time. But I want to say this to you, that I love the work that you're doing. And just keep it up. And whatever we can do to keep you out in front of these young people, especially the ones who are truly not getting it. And they think, you know, that lifestyle is sexy, and they can all that. And they think it's like TV. It's going to always. No, it's not like that. So we got to get you out there more. I do want to bring you up to Camp Curtin Y. Where we have the Readers Are Leaders program on Wednesday nights. And that's a leadership program for young people, or any young person come in. It's for the families, really. Yeah, we really want to get them up there. Wednesday nights, 6:30 to 8. I'd love for you to come up and talk to the young folks, tell them about the stuff that you're reading, you know, just get them involved, you know. But great work, Brother Abdul.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, indeed.
More to be revealed.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know, we want to thank Brother Abdul. We want to thank you for watching this program. We know that we have good men and women out there who are doing great work. They've come through something, and they've overcome, and now they are our Horatio Algers doing great things. Thank you so much for watching this. See you next time on Life Esteem. Good job, man.
Very nice job. Thank you.
Yes.